Has anybody guessed my shirt?
Oh yeah, what's I mean, you might as well. They're not gonna guess. You might as well show.
Who's gonna guess my shirt?
Haunted horse shirt? There you go.
Yeah,
Nice.
but I cut it.
What a piece of
I
junk.
cut the neck. So-
Yeah.
You cut the neck. You cut the neck.
Yeah.
Really?
I have to. I cut it so it needs to be. I can't do a man's shirt.
And I'm like, I'm 18 years old. I'm like, no, I'm good. And I'm an idiot. So
Good
there's
call.
that.
Oh my gosh.
Good call. I really want to touch myself. All right, here comes Tyler. That wasn't me, Hawk. That's
Well, hold on.
that's
Before
Bacon.
you put Tyler.
That's the site that gave me the haunted horse shirt, by the way. Does not surprise me at all.
Hey, I have nothing to do with that. I have nothing to do with this.
Haunted
None of
whore.
that.
I get my shirt. I had it all lined.
Next.
It looked perfect. You
Next.
approved this design. I said I approved the design, and then I got it, and it said
Oh
haunted
my
whore.
God, who the hell cares?
Said what?
It said haunted whore. I have it.
Where is it?
It's back there on the shelf.
Oh my God! How come that's not in a frame?
You know what? You know what? Everybody wanted that. Tiffany, who's no longer
I
with
will
us.
pay big money for that.
There were people that wanted it, and they wanted to outbid each other for it. I think Bird Dog. I forget. who
Hello, we're
wanted it.
talking about goods from you. Let's.
Yeah, well, it was when I debuted that because I opened it live.
No. Well, do it live. Do it live.
I pull it out and I'm like,
Live!
and I hadn't seen it yet, so I'm like, okay, here's the debut of the shirt. And I pull it out and I turn it around and it says haunted whore.
Oh
The
my
SE got
God,
cut
that
off.
is classic.
Haunted horror. Cindy told me to auction it. She did. You know what? I'm waiting for the day I can just
Oh,
poop in my pants.
there is
and
Ryan.
no one will say
Ryan is
anything.
there. Heck of a group here. Driving. Can I get a rhino marble, please?
Oh, right. Yeah, so I thought he
we're
said that.
moving.
There he is. Okay.
That's the one thing with the Friday show. We do have a hard out because the audience will start changing. I will start seeing Tedora,
Yeah.
Kamani.
You
people
said
that only
hard.
show up for
Hard.
Friday.
Ryan was. I had a little too much wrestling today. Romy talked about wrestling for like an hour, and then I flip over to Ryan, and he's talking about wrestling. I'm like, come on,
I gotta get you guys fixed here. Get you.
Hi.
I have herpes.
bacon.
Bacon.
I have
Bacon.
herpes.
Bacon. Hey, Rome wants to say hi, Bacon.
What's up, pig?
Oh, I haven't heard from Pork in a while or something. I have herpes.
Bacon.
Bacon.
We've had technical issues,
herpes.
but we are getting there. So hold on. All right. I'm just a
there
girl.
they is.
All right.
Change.
All right.
right.
Welcome, Gail,
All right.
Heads from Bacon. I don't have Heads from Bacon on the screen
I have
because I
herpes.
forgot he was coming in. All right,
And
so here we are.
I have
All right,
herpes.
here we are.
Thing sucks.
Yeah,
And
right.
I'm an idiot.
Close.
I have herpes.
This guy is fucking stupid!
And I'm an idiot.
This one's from Vice.
Herpes.
People won't stop pooping in New York City's public
And I'm an idiot.
pools. That's a great story. No,
I mean, seriously? Can't give some people anything nice and new.
pooping in the pool.
Get your
Oh my God! I just think about the old diabetes guy, the old guy with the mustache.
Diabetes. Yeah, because like during the filming of all those things, you were hearing a lot of that.
You had
Nope, cut.
did it really?
5, you have diabetes and you're on Medicare, you may qualify for a free meter from Liberty Medical. If you have type 2 diabetes like I have, you're confronted with choices. You can choose to feel sorry for yourself. I hope you don't. I hope you choose to get involved with a good doctor. Find out some things about diabetes and your own body in the bargain.
Or
Jay, I don't know if it's named Captain Pastrami. I just want her to stop using filters.
he just reset it recently too. It was just on. Anyway,
Really?
Keeping me in a
here's
state
my
of neglect
impression
and
of,
disrepair.
someone
My hair has grown wild and bushy, and I am unkempt,
Wow, it is Monday. Boo! Monday after a 2-day weekend. 2-day weekend. I forgot how much they suck. So, what a bullshit concept that is. We would like you to work 5 days in a row, and as a reward, we will give you 2 days off. And you're like, wait a minute. Why not work 3.5 days off, or work 3.5 days and get 3.5 days off? Who came up with work 5 to get 2? The man. That's who. The man thought that up. And every time I say something like that, there's always that guy that goes, well, if you like your weekend, you should thank the union because you used to have to work 6 days a week. And then it's like, dude, keep your politics out of my rant. I don't care what this is now, not 100 years ago. Jeez, when people got baseball bats and beat people up. Oh, the more you know. There you go. Relaxing's here. The crew is filtering in. Peter is first. He always is.
You won! You did it!
Peter is always first unless he's at his niece's birthday party. And then someone else gets an opportunity. And when Peter's first, that always means Burn Dog is the loser.
So
Hey,
you
Haunted
get
Horse, it's your
nothing.
friend Burn
You
Dog.
lose.
I want a button.
Good
Give me
day,
a button.
sir.
I want a button. Hurry up and make a button for me.
So you get nothing.
I'm here because getting on Grant's program. Yep. Rhino. I'm not going to lie. Rhino's getting very comfortable on that show very soon. Rhino, don't get so comfortable. You need to pay attention. Focus. That dude is able to talk to me during the show, and it makes me nervous. He's going to yell at me, oh, that's all private. I'm not saying what we're talking about. I'm just saying we're talking. Oh!
Are you nuts?
I mean, if I get in trouble for that, then I probably deserve it. Yeah. Not talking. It's not like we're on the phone. It's a couple of messages back and forth. Anyway, I mean, I'm guessing there's no risk of Charles accidentally. He's a professional broadcaster. He's not going to accidentally say the F word and it needs to be bleeped out. I think you're pretty safe there, Rhino. That was a great interview with Charles Barkley. I love him. He is amazing. He is very interesting. I never hear him tell the same stories twice. The dude has lots of stories. Dennis is going to get jealous of Haunted Horse. Yeah, well, Dennis, deal with it. Dennis. Hey, Dennis.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Yes, Dennis. Hey, Dennis got to go to a game. Wasn't he the one that got to go to a, what's the Kings G League affiliate? Whatever that affiliate was. The Stockton Kings, I think. Anyway, he got to go to that game and almost get in a fight with the bench or something. I don't know. Anyway, we've got an all-new show. I do have a fantasy watch. You're right. I'm going to have my eye on the Monday Night Football game, but not for the reason you care. I'm not going to be watching the game. I'm going to be watching the stat update. I need 3 points, and nobody cares about other people's fantasy football teams. I'm telling you right now. I'm talking about my fantasy football team, and this is what you're all hearing. Like, oh my God, please kill me now. I don't want to hear about his fantasy football team.
Who sent you?
Fucking haunted house sent me, horse, whatever.
But I do need 3 points from Hawkinson. So it is a PPR league. So I get a point for the catch and a point for. So I need 2 catches and 10 yards, and I got my win in the. There's Nick and Fort Wayne. It's Nick and Fort Wayne. Why I can't say that?
Welcome to the party,
Nick. If I get 3 points, I get my win. And that's the league that has V and the Fee in it and Wells. So it's clones. And I like to beat the shit out of them. So I won it last year. So nobody cares. Wait, where is it? Nobody cares about your stupid fantasy football league. I'll say this. Nobody cares about other people's fantasy football leagues. I get that. I do. Let's see your fantasy football team. What's that weird league? I'll tell it to you because how do I get it? I guess I could get it on the screen. Yeah, I could get that on the screen. They're not gonna blot that out. Nobody cares about fantasy football. This is the weird league I was telling you about though. I've never been in a league like this. I'll put it on the screen real quick because Peter asked, and I won't dwell on this too long. Here's my matchup right now. So. Get off there, SpongeBob. You're blocking the screen. I need to move your chat out of here too. So hold on. Let me get this up. Okay, so here's my team on the left. This is that weird team where it's only a two slot bench. So you get one at each position. So I got Lamar Jackson. I got Ashton Genty. I had Xavier Worthy for Kansas City. I have Hawkinson, tight end for Minnesota. Rookie quarterbacks love their tight ends. They do really well with rookie quarterbacks. I got Boswell, who gave me a lot of points. Arizona defense, I only picked them up because they're playing the Saints. And then I got Hampton, the rookie running back for San Diego. And I have Pearsall, and I picked him up because this guy is going to go bye-bye. Worthy got injured. He's going to be out a few weeks. And when you have a 2-person bench, and then you start having bye weeks, you've got to swap players in and out. You're swapping starters. So there you go. I got that. That's my team. So I've got to get rid of Worthy. Oops. That was just me bumping that button. I got to get rid of Worthy already. So I picked up Pearsall because I was afraid Worthy played on Friday night and I couldn't dump him. So I had to dump a defense. Anyway, with that small of a bench. Why? Right. Eric's like, fuck you, you dick. Don't ask him about his team. With a 2-person or 2-slot bench, I said slot, you really have to be on the ball. Now, the good news with having such a limited bench and a limited team is there's starters everywhere. So there are starters on waivers right now. They're just sitting there. So you can swap in and out, but you can't get rid of like Lamar Jackson. If he's on a bye week, I'm not getting rid of him. He'll get grabbed. So anyway, you've got to keep your studs, but you've got to swap out good players. And it makes you have to think more than those teams. When you're playing fantasy football and you got a bench of 6 people, you're stashing 3rd-string running backs, and you're stashing this. You cannot do that. You'd only keep quality players. Okay, anyway, there's enough of that. Last thing I'm going to say about football, because I'm kind of footballed out. It was a lot of, I'm just footballed out. There was a lot. Thursday night, Friday night, I watched college on Saturday. Of course, I had to do the in-laws garage sale, which, gosh, there's stories there. And then Sunday, football. So I play DraftKings. It's legal here in Oregon. So we can't bet on college. That's against the law in Oregon. And it makes sense. We've got the Oregon Ducks. You don't want players, making bets on. So we can only bet pro sports, MLB, NHL, boxing, all that stuff. So, I do really well at DraftKings because of this. I am focused and I'm disciplined. I only play NFL. Gamblers have to get their dopamine, and there's usually a sport they're good at, and then when it's not in season, they need that adrenaline rush, so then they start playing sports that they don't know anything about. I don't bet NBA. I'm very bad about the NBA. I don't bet golf. I bet NFL. That's it. I don't bet golf. I don't bet this, that, blah, 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 blah. I don't do UFC, NFL. So when there's no football, I'm not gambling. So I stick with what I know well. And I have figured out a really good, when they say system, it means it's bullshit. Sorry, hold on. All of a sudden got a tickle in my throat. But I do have an actual system, and it requires being disciplined. I do not play point spreads. It's for suckers. You can win playing point spreads, but you can't. Anyway, it's just too hard to play point spreads. I don't play overs and unders, point spreads, all that stuff. I stick to one thing, and it's guessing players getting touchdowns. I found a strategy there. First, I look for over-unders that are above 48 points because that means there's going to be a lot of scoring. Well, I didn't do very well yesterday until last night, and I had a $5 bet pay $130, and I covered my whole weekend because I'm not betting more than $5, and usually I'm betting 50 cents to $1. Peter knows this. I've talked about it on Ryan's show. I missed it by Josh Allen 10 yards rushing. I almost had a bet last night that I paid $1 for, and it was going to pay $100. But Josh Allen came up 10 yards short on the rushing yards. I had all the touchdowns. Derrick Henry 2 touchdowns. Cook 1 touchdown. Flowers 1 touchdown. I did have the over in that because it's $1 bet, and I want to get that up there. I was pretty sure the over on that one. I did not bet. Anyway, so Josh Allen, I needed 40 yards rushing. He only had 30. So I have a system for betting women's beach volleyball. Yeah. My bet is I'm going to get that with those thong bikinis. Anyway, so last night I'm trying to get to sleep. This is the whole point of this whole thing. I can't watch these night games past halftime because I got to get up at 4:30 a.m. And they're going to, 9 o'clock or whatever. I don't know how the East Coast does it. I don't know how Central does it. So I'm going to bed, and the one bet that I thought had a really good thing, I still needed Cook touchdown. I had the other things. I had the Derrick Henry 2 touchdowns. So I had the hard part done. Anyway, I went to bed and I looked at the stat, and big mistake. I looked at the stats and I saw 2 more things had happened. So all I needed was a Josh Allen rushing touchdown, and that thing was going to pay $130 for a $5 bet. And so then I ran back upstairs to make sure. I'm like, I got to make sure that's right. And I'm like, yep, I got everything else. I need that one thing to happen. And, that wasn't a Derrick Henry. That was 1 touchdown on that bet. So then I go back down to bed, and I'm like, okay, I got to put my tablet away and get to sleep. I'm going to get 8 hours and 20 minutes if I fall asleep right now. One quick refresh. I refreshed. The score changed. I looked who scored, and it was Josh Allen rushing touchdown. Well, when you win $130 on a $5 bet, I'm like, yeah! Well, that just made sure that I wasn't going to get to sleep for another 45 minutes. That was a big mistake. That was dumb. I should have just woke up in the morning and checked, but I didn't. I wanted to peek at the score. I saw that, and then I was like, yeah! That'll pay for my bets for the next 3 weeks. So I'm in the green, and that's assuming I don't win anything for the next 3 weeks. I'm in the green for the next 3 weeks. I love when that happens. So there you go. No, you didn't miss the video today because it's at 5:20 Pacific time. Okay. Here's the weird news of the day. By the way, I have bets on tonight's game. So, but I'm not going to watch it for that reason. I got to get caught up on sleep. Here's your weird news of the Monday episode. God, what's up with this? See, when I have a co-host, I don't have to talk as much. Throat's killing me. All right. I think I teased this last week. We never got to it. New York Post. I make my own meals on airplanes. Okay. I don't read the stories. I make my own meals on airplanes. Trolls say it's disgusting and unhygienic, but fresh food is just better. So I'm like, I haven't read the story, but I'm like, wait, you make your own meals on airplanes? Because wife and I will take food on, like a PBJ, not tuna fish sandwich, PBJ or some granola bars, some mixed nuts, stuff like that. We'll take that stuff on the plane. But I don't make my own. It's already made. So what the hell is this chick doing? Has the game started yet? Have we had kickoff yet? Han Horst is the kind of kid that had to peek Christmas presents. Okay, Peter, since you brought that up, remind me after this story. I will tell you what I did one Christmas, and it cured me of doing that. Because I remember what house we were living in. I could probably figure out the age if I figured out what grade I was in. I think I was in 3rd grade. And it cured me of doing that. But that's a great story. Darren's here. Hey, Darren.
Welcome to the party, pal.
Darren. Who spells his name the right way and not Darren with an I. Darren, I'm looking right at you, sir. I am looking right at you, sir. Focus on me and listen to this.
The following program contains scenes and language of a frank and explicit nature. Viewer discretion is advised. The following program is intended for mature audiences.
That is my way of saying I cannot promise you will not hear an F word on this show. I am warning you now. This show has about 3 to 5 F words an episode. I'm just warning you now. And when I say the F word, you know who comes up on my screen? Greta.
How dare you?
Oh, I'm sorry, Greta.
How dare you?
Greta!
How dare you?
Greta! So I'm warning you right now. Okay, you've been warned. There we go. Disclaimer's over. And then I am going to get to the Christmas story with Peter, because that's a good story I've never told before. I make my own meals on airplanes. Trolls say it's disgusting and unhygienic, but fresh food is just better. Okay, so what is she making on the plane? Yummy food can be hard to come by. I love how they, are going to take 2-3 paragraphs to get to what I want to know. Yummy food can be hard to come by on a flight. So one peckish plane passenger took matters into her own hands, literally, and fixed herself an Italian-inspired. Jeez, this is hard to say. And fixed herself an Italian-inspired feast at 30,000 feet. But her mid-air meals got haters reaching for their seat back barf bags. They must know I'm going to read this on the air. They're like, oh, this dude reads our stories. Make it really hard for him to say. OMG, I already see a picture of what she's making. Lady, you're a moron. Hold on, I got to move my fantasy team down here. Video of the day is going to come right after this, and then I'm going to get to the Christmas story. She is... hold on, I'll put it on the screen so I can show you. When I read the story and she's making her food, I'm thinking, okay, so she's got like a little bowl and she's mixing the mayonnaise and you know what? Devil's food. What's that little What's that little can with the little devil on it, and it's meat? Whatever that is. I used to get that as a kid, and I haven't had it in like 20 years, 30 years, and I'm craving it all of a sudden. Red Devil, there's a little Red Devil on the little can, and it's wrapped in paper, and it's about that big, and you're supposed to mix it up with some mayonnaise. It's really good. I'm going to buy some. I haven't had that in like 40 years. Look at this chick, though. She's not mixing a can of meat with some mayonnaise for a sandwich. She's making pasta. Like, there's the flour. She's got an egg yolk in there and some liquid, and she's mixing it with her finger. She's making pasta on a plane. Get these MFing, and I have to say MFing because Darren's here. Get these MFing pastas off this MFing plane. Sam L. Jackson. I'm going to swear, Darren, but that is the warning shot. Samuel L. Jackson says lots of F words. Someone calculated how much he makes per F word. And it's like $4,000 per F word over his entire career. 4 or 40. I forget what it was. Anyway. Okay, so she's making pasta. Quote, "You hate airplane food, so you make it yourself," Katie, a pasta influencer, wrote in the captions of a clip featuring her handmade on-the-go gnocchi nosh. Footage of the food mixing, rolling, cutting, grooving raw dough into little dumplings from her window seat on an aircraft has garnered over 5 million TikTok views. The viral visuals, too, sparking heaps of hate from skeeved digital detractors who call the sky-high snack hack disgusting and unhygienic. And they're not totally wrong. Cabin crew members have long warned frequent flyers of the grimy, gunky filth that lurks all throughout the average airplane. From the floating germs that often linger in recycled air to the particles of blood, feces, and toe jam that coat the seats, tray tables, windows, shades, and carpets. Not to mention the bathrooms. In-flight insiders have strongly encouraged folks against engaging in any unsanitary behaviors while up in the clouds. Still, daredevils do it all the time. She's making pasta on the airplane. What a freaking idiot. Where's the video? Why do they always say there's a TikTok video and then I can never find the video? I just see the pictures. Is that the video? If I click on it, where'd it go? Is that the video? No, it's pictures. What the hell? Every time I say what the hell, I think of this.
What the heck was that?
Liz. It's her making pasta, but I can't find the video. Is it up here? Is this it? No, that's an Ozempic ad. Ozempic! An Ozempic ad on a story about woman making pasta. That's interesting. Oh, I went to the ad. Is that her? No, it's Ozempic. Damn you people. Okay, anyway. I'm done. I'm done with this lady. She's an idiot. She's making pasta on an airplane. Get a life, lady. Fingering her tuna casserole. Tommy didn't put me on air and my Packers won. What the hell? Darren, I'm telling you right now, you're doing everything wrong to get on the air. I'm just telling you. You're doing everything wrong. You can't be adding them and saying, I got this right, and you're adding them on Twitter. You've got to call and you've got to have your bullet points ready, and it's got to be out of the blue. If they know it's coming, they're not gonna do it. I'm telling you, you got to stealth it. You got to be stealthy. I'm getting DMs from the fantasy football people. Has the kickoff happened yet? I do got to get to video of the day, and I got to get to my Christmas story. Here's your video of the day. I think it's a Monday, folks. Mondays suck. I'm sorry, I'm reading the chat. Darren's name is spelled wrong like Karen. Darren. Karen. Oh, you guys are fighting over the spelling. Hey, Darren with an I had a good point. Your name is a lot like Karen. And a Karen is the one that took that baseball from that boy 3 days ago at the baseball game. I mean, they called her a Karen. I don't know if she was Karen. Okay, here we go. Video of the day, and then the Christmas story, and then back to weird news.
It's time for Haunted Horse's video of the day.
So it's Monday. Mondays suck. We are running out of summer. In 3 weeks, I looked it up on the calendar where I live. This will be different for everybody, but in 3 weeks, the day, it's like September 21st or something. The day and the night are going to be equal because we're losing here. Everyone's different. 3 minutes and 10 seconds of sunlight a day. So, like on the 21st of September, you're going to have here in Portland, Oregon, we're going to have a 12-hour day, 12-hour night, and then it just starts getting shorter and shorter and shorter. Not going to lie, I love it. I hate summer. But I also know that I'm an anomaly. Most people love summer. I hate it. I like fall, and then I like winter and spring, and then summer's last, dead last. So I'm going to give you guys a last little bit of fun, summer videos, having fun on the lake. Here you go. Enjoy. I don't know if there's music. If there is, I'm going to have to mute it because, copyright. But here we go. As a Yakety saxophone. Boom! I want to see the first two. They were the best. Real quick. One more time. First two. Man, they get air. Boom! Boom! Those are the best. First two are the best. That is some air. No score. Bears have the ball. 8-28 in the first. See, this is why I didn't want to bet this game. I only took the two promos. DraftKings has a guaranteed no sweat bet, so I bet $10. And if I lose, I get my $10 back as another bet. And I got a 25% parlay bonus, so I played those two things. But I knew this was going to be a low-scoring game. It just felt like low scoring. The way I play with the touchdown, where I'm betting touchdowns, I need high-scoring games. That's what I look for. Over-unders, over 48. And last night was sweet. 81 points of scoring. Okay, we got, the Christmas story. Back to the Christmas story. So this is what made me think of this. Peter out of random said, he was riffing on something I was saying. He said, Han Horse is the kind of kid that had to peek at his Christmas presents. Okay, third grade Christmas. The presents start showing up in front of the tree 3 weeks out, and they just start growing. I'm an only child, middle-class parents that had money, so I had everything. Whatever I wanted, it was under the tree, and then I got stuff that I didn't even ask for. So I got everything. This Christmas, third grade, and every once in a while I would peek, first grade, second grade when I was little. I would kind of peek and shake boxes or whatever. But this year, I think this was the first one I had opportunity. By third grade, I am now a latchkey kid. I'm coming home, and I'm home for 2 to 3 hours before my first parent gets home. So I have to entertain myself for 3 hours. This is back in the 70s when there's 3 channels of television. Cartoons don't come on until like 3 or 4 in the afternoon. So I've got an hour where I have nothing to do. Nothing to do. My friends are doing other shit. So I decided, like all Mission Impossible. Where's my Mission Impossible music? Nah, I'm not going to get it. I decided that I'm going to peek at all my presents. So what I did was I took scissors and I cut where the tape was. And I opened it up, looked at what it was. Hell, I even opened them enough to play with them. A couple of them. Like, a Tonka truck or whatever. And play with it or whatever. And then I put it back in the box and everything else. And then I folded it all in the same places. And then I took a different roll of tape and I put it right over the pieces of tape. I looked at every single present that was under there. Now, Santa Claus brought a couple of extra items, so I didn't know what those were. But by the time I got to Christmas, I knew everything that was under the tree, and I was really depressed. I was bummed. And that cured me. I never did it again because there was no, excitement. It was all dead. For 3 weeks, I wasn't excited. Are you excited for Christmas? And I'm like, not really. They're like, why? And I'm So, yeah. So I ruined it. Caleb Williams rushing. Oh, nice. I actually have a bet that. Okay. That's my in-laws landscaper that wants his money. So I actually have a bet. That's 50 cents that pays $350. And one of the 11 things that has to happen is Caleb Williams getting a rushing touchdown. So only 10 more things to go, and I'll have a $350 on a 50-cent bet. So, yeah, you still peek at your Christmas presents. You know what? My wife and I do not exchange gifts. We don't. And we've instructed parents what to buy us, which is cash. Her mom used to buy me shirts. I don't wear them. Every year I would get shirts and socks and stuff, and I have a drawer of shirts and socks that still have the pins in them, button up like flannel shirts or whatever. They still have the pins in them in the cardboard, and they're like 9-10 years old because it's not something I wear. So finally the wife had to sit down. She's like, Chris isn't wearing Chris, not Haunted Horse. She doesn't say Haunted Horse is not wearing the shirt you're buying. She goes, Chris, he isn't wearing any of that stuff. You just either don't get him anything or get him cash. So now they get us cash. We're hard to buy for because anything I want, I've bought for myself. So anyway, Christmas, I hate shopping for other people for the same reason. What am I getting my parents? They have everything you want. The only thing I can get them is stuff that I can't afford and they can't afford either. So, like a cruise, I can't afford it. SSP Smash Up Derby, hell yeah. That was one of my favorite toys, the Smash Up Derbies. Because you put the doors on and the hood on and everything else, and it all clicked on, and you went zzz, and you ran them in together, and all that shit blew off. It was awesome. Remember Rock'em Sock'em Robots? That shit was cool. You have fights and everything, and then when you pop them in the face, the head pops off. It was awesome. Evel Knievel, I had that. Zzz. Those were the best toys ever. Back in the 70s, I'm telling you right now. Hell, a Slinky would entertain me for like 7 hours until I got it all tangled up and I couldn't get it untangled. Every Slink I ever got, and I probably got 24 Slinkies, I always had them all tangled up within the first day. And I was always mad. We always had single-story houses, and I could never get it to go down the stairs like on the commercial because we didn't have stairs. So I had to go over to a friend's house if they had a 2-story house, say, can I play my Slinky and have it go down your stairs? And they never did it on the carpet, right? It had to be hard, flat stairs. If they had carpet, it would fall off. Smash Up Derby. Let's see if I can find this. Oh, hell yeah. I think we've done this before. This feels familiar to me. But here's the commercials for this shit.
He's a demolition demon in a beat-up Chevrolet. It ain't worth $1, so he wrecks it every day. Now here's Kenner's SSP Smash-Up Derby set.
Yes.
And you can hoot and holler, cause you ain't seen nothing yet. Crash, bang, smash 'em up, put 'em back again. Crash, bang, smash 'em up, it's smash-up time, my friend. Kenner's SSP Smash-Up Derby set comes with everything you see right here.
What kid wouldn't want that? Now it's all, I want a video game. That was good, violent fun. That was pure violence. It was awesome. It was awesome. Now it's a violent video game, so there's that. No kid wants that anymore. It's all video games. I want a video game. I want Halo. It's like, get some violent cars and smash them into each other. Have the parts flying all over the place. Of course, it didn't take more than a week before I lost the hood and the door. And I'm like, where's the door? And I'm looking under the couch. I'm looking in the cushions. I can't find the door. And then you pull those things too hard and then it rips the teeth off of them and then they wouldn't work anymore. Piece of plastic. I'm one of 4 children, the only girl, the youngest. My birthday is on Christmas and I still only got a couple of things I wanted. Well, yeah, being an only child in a middle class, I got everything. My friends wanted to come to my house because I had the best toys. I was that kid. And I'm not saying that's a good thing. It actually screwed me up for like the first 30 years of my life because I was horrible with money. I freaking couldn't. There was no delayed gratification with me. If I wanted something, I put it on a credit card. And that doesn't work very well for very long. So it took me until I met my wife to get my finances under. Not wife number 1, not wife number 2, wife number 3. Who had a proper childhood where she wasn't spoiled. Her and her brother got like one present at Christmas and they got to watch 1 hour of TV a day. I mean, it was a very structured thing. They had to save up their money and save up. Yeah. So once I met her and I saw, all the money she had in savings, which was more money than I'd ever had in my life. I'm like, that's in your savings? Yeah. And then I looked at her 401k and I'm like, holy shit. You buy a small house for what's in your 401k. I had like $7,000. $7,000 in my 401k and she's got like zeros and zeros and zeros after hers. I'm like, holy shit. So through osmosis, she didn't tell me what to do. She didn't nag me what to do. I just started watching what she did. And I started doing the same thing. Just delayed gratification. Don't buy everything. I'd do shit like the next Samsung Galaxy phone, I would get the new one every year. Every year I'd get the new one. Now I hold them 4 or 5 generations before I get a new one. But I had to have the latest thing. Yeah. And then I'd buy a different car every 3 years. Yeah, I was just bad with money. She bought her car cash. I'd never heard of that before. What do you mean you bought your car cash? Well, when you have the savings that she has, you just go write a check. I'm like, holy shit. Holy shit. That was a concept that I'd never even thought of. What do you mean? No, you put it on credit and get a car payment at 11% interest. Pay it off in 7 years. Our generation is tough as we played on metal playgrounds. Yeah, that slide was hot. I grew up in Sacramento. That metal slide will put blisters on your legs. That shit, I broke my arm at the playground. We were on this one little chain thing where it goes around and you'd run real fast and swing and hold on to it and except it got tangled at the top and I too stupid to let go. So I got spun around the thing and it broke my arm.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Uh-oh. Broke my arm. That was in second grade. And then I had to go to the doctor. And back then, kiddies, there was none of that fiberglass cast that weighs like a half a pound. You got plaster. This big 20-pound plaster cast. This big chunk of plaster on your arm. This is crazy. And of course, everyone signs it. Holy crap. And it's all dirty after 6 or 7 weeks. It's just gross. Disgusting. My friend's Richard Petty van, which was probably a collectible item. Oh, Richard Petty van. Collectible. Dude, talk about collectible items. I had baseball cards, Pete Rose rookies and all that stuff. Garbage. Ripped them up, cut them up, wrote on them with crayons. All that shit I had. All right. Are you out, Darren? Are you leaving because you spell your name with an I? You can't handle it? Okay, back to weird news. Here's a problem. Here's a woman with a problem. This is funny. Wife number 2 loved this movie. Titanic. Let me get this off the screen. Wife number 2 loved the movie Titanic. I think we saw it 10 times. And the problem with her at the time, I'm sure she's better, but the problem with her at the time is she lost the concept of movies and real life. Like, kept wanting the movie. And it really made our relationship unrealistic. Because I'm not Jack Dawson. I'm not going to, be all, hey, baby, and kiss you on the hand. And it's real life. Anyway. So I couldn't live up to and it's not just that movie. It's like the movie concept, like the happily ever after, the castle and everything. It's like, that ain't real. I'm never going to live up to that shit. Unrealistic expectations. Well, this woman here, who has seen, you know what? This build, the problem with this build is where the chat is. Hold on. I need to move this chat. It's too low. Hold on. Let me move you up the screen. It's in front of everything. So the chat is now going to move. Actually, it can't move too high because then the special effects. Hold on. IT here. If I had an IT person. So I just need to put it in front of this, or behind the screen. There we go. Okay. So when it's not there, your idiot comments are right there. But when I have the story, then the story's on the screen. We can read it. Woman who's seen Titanic over 500 times. I mean, that's stupid, but whatever. The stupid part. Turns New York City apartment into near replica of the ship. This is her apartment. Hold on. I'm looking for my drop.
Are you nuts? Are you nuts? Are you nuts?
This chick.
That's totally inappropriate.
Are you nuts?
Is nuts. That's her house. I mean, I'm surprised she wasn't on the, what was that ship, little submarine called? I forgot what it was called. I'm surprised she wasn't on that thing when it crashed. And her dying wish as she's floating in the ocean, I know it was instant. But she'd be like, finally. What started as a fun party theme has since transformed Sarah Bowles' living space. God, that's bright. Bowl has spent the last few months slowly turning her apartment into a Titanic time capsule. The process, she tells People exclusively, has made this summer the best one of her life. Oh, that's sad. That's really sad. Though it's been over 27 years since the movie Titanic came out, for one woman, it feels like yesterday.
Are you nuts?
Sarah Bowl loves Titanic, telling People magazine, by the way, telling people she's seen the film over 500 times.
Are you nuts?
Having initially watched it with her dad when it first came out. She would often visit, okay, real quick, the wife number 2 that loves this movie. The first time we saw it in Portland there's this theater called the Eastgate, and it had the biggest screen. It's like IMAX before IMAX. Had the biggest screen. So we went and saw this movie. And it's dude, I love Titanic. It's a great movie. I don't love Titanic. I liked the movie. But we're watching this movie, and the kiddies, this is the old days with film. This doesn't happen anymore because it's all digital. It's a digital projector. Back then, it was a reel of film. And we're watching this movie, 3-hour movie, and we get first viewing, so we don't know what's going to happen. Obviously, no, the ship's going to sink. But watch this whole movie, and then we get to the part where she's on the piece of wood, and he doesn't fit on there. And he's like, and she's like, I'm never going to let go. The film fucking broke right there. Like right there. He's in the water. She's on the thing. He's like, it's okay. We'll be fine. They're going to come back for us. And the film breaks. And it didn't break like, a minute. They glued it real quick. It was broken for 10 minutes. Everyone's crying in the theater. The lights come up. Everyone's like bawling their eyes out. And we had to wait 10 minutes for that dude to sink down into the ocean. Go, spoilers. Sorry. We had to wait 10 minutes. She was on that piece of wood for 10 minutes. Waiting for the film to get glued back together. So she saw a movie with her dad. With her dad when it first came out. She would often visit the traveling exhibits. And even as a child, she wore a necklace made of coal from the ship around her neck. What?
Are you nuts?
She bought a piece of coal from the ship? And she wore it as a necklace? Now at 38, she has taken her love a step further, turning her apartment into Titanic. Oh, wait, there's more pictures than this. There's that. What a hot mess. That doesn't look horrible right there. That doesn't look horrible. If I walked into that apartment, I wouldn't think Titanic movie set. I would go, okay, this is interesting. It's spent a lot of time decorating, but I wouldn't think Titanic from that look. I wouldn't. But let's find out what's in it. After visiting New York City's part exhibit, part interactive theater experience for Sleep No More, Bull wondered why there wasn't a Titanic version. I don't know what Sleep No More is. Inspired by the experience, Bull decided to make something that felt true to the source material, but was also interactive. What? She's going to have hundreds of gallons of water flow through her apartment? That's ice cold. She originally planned to decorate her apartment like the Titanic for a party. However, feeling like the apartment was never fully complete, she kept postponing the party until everything was perfect. Oh, there's a video of this. Hold on. I got to get this up there because I don't know if I'm going to be able to. Okay, here we go. Here's the video.
I don't think I understand what this is.
How do I make it bigger?
The iceberg?
That's what she said.
Am I inside the iceberg? Are you recording?
That's her apartment?
Did it look cute? I'm confused.
Are you nuts?
I don't really know either.
I am inside
I
the
can't
iceberg.
hear it.
I am the iceberg. I'm confused.
My friend's reaction to my apartment. I turned it to Titanic.
I don't really know either.
What's inside the iceberg?
Are you nuts?
I am the iceberg.
She lives in that thing?
I don't know where the exit is. Also, what if I have to pay?
What the hell is wrong with this lady? How do I get back to the story? Where'd the story go? I think it sank. Anyway, oh, there it is. I'll grab this. Initially, okay, so I'm just going to skim through this because I'm already losing interest. And you guys probably lost interest 5 minutes ago. Bowles has been documenting the ongoing process of turning her apartment into a Titanic. Of course she is. Who's calling me? If it gets cut off, it's not somebody in my contacts. It means it's a scam. The apartment also features an iceberg room, and Bull transferred her living room into the veranda cafe, and her bedroom is stylized after a suite on the ship. The apartment also features portholes, which she embellished with blue fabric to mimic the ocean water.
Are you nuts?
Bull sources most items online from places like eBay, Etsy, and Amazon. She has purchased temporary tiles, gold spray paint to mimic the gold details on the ship, vintage costumes and dresses, and items that one might find on a boat. I don't fish on a boat, all right? I fish on a boat, such as control boards and switches.
Are you nuts?
Bull even bought a Titanic purse off eBay, which is shaped like the ship. Bull likes to show off the progress of her apartment to her friends, occasionally posting videos of their reactions online. She has even filmed hinged dates reacting to the unit and shares that. So she brings a date back to that place. I'm guessing there's no second date. Just a guess. If I walked into that and saw that shit and she's like, oh, it's the Titanic replica, I'd be fucking running like Forrest Gump. Get me out of here! Kook! Kook!
Are you nuts?
Kook! Listen, let's go to the iceberg room.
Shut up, dummy.
I've had the best summer of my life doing this. I just really like doing this. You think? I mean, you don't have to say that. I think we figured that out. It's a lot, but I don't know. If I were the type of person to keep track, I wouldn't have. Oh, money. Oh, gosh.
Are you nuts?
Yes, I am nuts. I just love the Titanic. All those people dying just really, really does it for me. Drowning is the way I want to go. Here's one we're not going to get to. What time is it? 7 minutes. Mom goes viral. We can get to this. This is a quick hit right here. Mom goes viral for earning world record running across a track of Legos barefoot. Let me just put this on the screen. So apparently running barefoot over all those Legos puts you in the Guinness Book of World Records. Really? I mean, that would hurt. I'll say this, you don't want to be a heavy person because you're going to put more weight down on those feet. Gabrielle Wall earned Guinness Book World Record for fastest 100-meter barefoot on Lego bricks. Okay, so it's timed. It's not the length, it's the time. Ouch. Ouch. What the hell's wrong with you? And who makes that a Guinness Book of World Record? Ooh, there's a video on this, guys. I know you want to see it. Guinness Book is cool and all. You know what? I did not know until the last couple of years that book was invented to keep patrons in the bar longer to drink more Guinness beer. That's why they came up with the Guinness Book of World Records. So people would sit in the bar longer and talk about it and drink more Guinness beer. I mean, it's smart. Here you go. Here's the record. Ow! I gotta mute that because I don't know if that music's gonna. That's a long way. Ow! What the hell?
Are you nuts?
One more time. I gotta see that one more time. I don't want to sign into Instagram. Ow!
Are you nuts?
You must think I'm pretty stupid.
All right, well, there you go. Apparently there's a, but that's extra stupid. Apparently there's a Guinness Book of World Record for running on Legos the fastest. I went 12 for 3 on my NFL picks. Sent a picture to prove it. Oh, I believe you. I gotta ask though. There's different types of. Are those with the odds, or are those just straight up without point spreads? If they have point spreads, that's impressive. If it's just based on games, it's still impressive, but it's easier to do. Don't get me wrong, but that's extra stupid, right, Jay? Now do that on Jax. Oh, Jax. Yeah. Ouch. 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 Have you ever stepped on a jack barefoot? I have. It hurts like a bitch. Oh, let me guess. All I saw was it's got to be the YYC narc. Let me guess. Someone's talking about relaxing, being banned, have 4 accounts banned. I don't even see where relaxing is. But that has to be what it is. Jacks are the end all of stepping on toys. I wouldn't even get a kid Jacks. Oh. Ouch. That would hurt. What's going on in the football game? Have I won my fantasy yet? I haven't. This guy hasn't scored me a point. The hell's up with that? Throw it to Hawkinson, you fuck. Said the bad word. See, I just say it. I don't even know I'm saying it, Darren. It just comes out. It is what it is. This is a show where I can say the F word. But I've never been self-conscious until now. But yeah, I will say the F word. And I have, every drop I have has the F word in it.
What did you say? What the fuck did you just say?
I said the F word! What? You got a problem with it? Anyway. It's not gratuitous. It's just part of my language. This is the story you're going to miss because we're running out of time. College kids are using Google Calendar for everything, even scheduling hookups. I mean, of course they are. Is that really weird news? The fact that they made a news story about it is why I want to read it. Where is the box score? Why isn't Hawk? Is he even getting targeted? That's what I need to know. No. This idiot McCarthy isn't even throwing the ball. He's thrown it twice. He's thrown the ball 2 times? Oh, I'm not going to do well. How many times have the Vikings had the ball? J.J. McCarthy is a hack. You guys should have kept Sam Fumble Darnold. Thanks, Sam Fumble Darnold, for giving the 49ers a win yesterday by fumbling in the red zone as time expired. That was awesome. This guy isn't throwing the ball. He's thrown 1 pass for 5 yards, and he's had another pass incompleted. This guy sucks. And they've had 8 rushes. OMG. Hey, Vikings fan, enjoy your high draft pick next year. The guy's an idiot. Jacks are the end are. Yeah, well, trust me, there's usually more F words. You're going to get 3 to 5 F words a show. You just are. My mom will not watch the show. She won't. She doesn't. She doesn't like the F word. And that's just out of my mouth. If I have a co-host, you're probably, hell, if Darren with an I is here, you're probably going to get another 10. And then I'd say 50% of my drops have the F word in them. I mean, we know the surprise one. We know this one. We know, yeah.
Fucking thing sucks.
I mean, it's everywhere in here. This show should be, instead of Haunted Horse and Friends, should just be called the F Word. All right, everyone. It is 6 o'clock tomorrow. The Waterhole. I don't have a co-host. Sometimes they just poof out of air. Sometimes Hedstrom Bacon just texts me, hey, I want to come on the show. Ryan used to do that, but he can't anymore because he's actually doing a radio show. Gail's here on Fridays. Darren with an I is here on Wednesday. Yeah, and I get my 3-day weekend back. That makes me really happy. Really, really happy. There's no Labor Day or Memorial Day or anything. I was happy to go to work today because if I don't go to work on a Monday, it means it screws up my 3-day weekend, my Friday being off. And I hate that crap. Okay, on the show tomorrow. Thanks for showing up, everybody. It was fun. Copyright infringement is usually just delete and you're good. That depends on the platform, Jay. It depends on the platform. And it depends on the copyright infringement. If it's someone on YouTube that doesn't just take the money, then you get a strike. And you can only have 3 strikes before your account's banned. Twitch is the same way. It depends on who you're infringing on. So, no, it's very important not to infringe on that stuff. You never know who it's going to be. You never, ever know. I do have a lot of anger. It fuels me. I'm not going to lie. I run on bitter anger fuel. I get angry at everything. The best thing to get angry at are inanimate objects. Because, they're really trying to make me mad? No, they're just an object that's making me angry. Like the Samsung tablet, changing the volume. Actually, I'm angry at the programmer. Inanimate object would be like this bowl slipping off and falling on the floor, and me then hucking it across the room because, of course, it's its fault that it fell and not me setting it in a bad spot. And I throw it and then I break it and then I feel bad, I feel good that it's broken because it deserves it. Getting mad at inanimate objects is my favorite thing in the world. Of course, when I break something that I later am upset that it's not broken, then I get mad at myself. And I do not huck myself across the room. I'm in a hate circle right now. It's just better to end the show. Be back tomorrow. Waterhole. Remember, it's not Haunted Horses and Friends on Tuesday. It's the Waterhole. Same show. It's just called something different. See y'all tomorrow. Thanks for showing up, everyone. Yeah. It's all good. Let's go. Let's do this. Tomorrow at 5, be back. And then I'll know if I won more money or my fantasy. And it doesn't look like I'm going to win my fantasy team because JJ McCarthy sucks. Throw it to Hawkinson, you idiot.